What's the difference between an earthbound soul and a crossover soul? People often are very confused. So an earthbound soul is also known as a ghost, a spirit. It's a soul that has not crossed over into their light after they left our body. And so they're just wandering the earth. Often they stay next to their loved one for a little bit, and then when they realize they can no longer interact with them, they will just leave the space and go somewhere else. Most souls eventually end up crossing, but the ones that do not will stick around, and there's two ways this will go. The first one is they realize that to be able to interact with the human world, they have to be able to retain human frequencies, and to do that, they feed themselves off people's emotions. And so once they realize they're able to affect someone emotionally so they can get stronger, they will keep doing it. This is why I always say, if you feel like you have a spirit in your home, don't react. Eventually they'll get bored and they'll leave. If you react with fear or anger, they will feed themselves off that and probably stick around a little longer. The second thing that happened to earthbound souls, which is sort of like really painful to see as a medium, is that they will start fading because they are no longer attached to earth frequencies, but they have not crossed over, they don't know how to go. And so they just become wandering souls. They don't interact with anything, they're just moving around through the land. Now, when a soul crosses over, it's very different. They go into their light, usually about 3 to 4 weeks after they have passed. Most souls wait for the funerals to happen because who would not want to see who shows up, right? But once they do cross over, then they are on the other side. And they have to go through their entire healing until they can just go ahead and let their loved one know they're okay. In that case, they will manifest very differently than an earthbound soul. An earthbound soul might interact with your lights or might be able to touch you sometimes. It takes a lot of strength. Or move things again. It takes a lot of strength. All of that to get a reaction from you. The crossed over souls that come through of one of your loved one will be gentle. Maybe you'll smell something that reminds you of them. Or they'll come through in your dreams and you'll have a visitation dreams. Those feel really real. Or something will drop from a book and it will be your loved one's favorite poem. That's how they will interact with you. It's much more gentle and subtle. But also be patient. Give them a chance, the time they deserve to heal when they're on the other side before they come to you. And if you have an earthbound soul or you think you have one in your home, try not to react. I promise you eventually they'll leave you alone. So, Natalie Psychic Medium, bring your more grounded approach to psychic world. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.